Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. Your daily dose of tech news, gadget views, and other stuff the world can use. Like my thoughts on the Samsung ATIV Smart PC, which I just posted on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Chris Pirillo, and I also put it on my Google Plus page. I like Google Plus. Who doesn't? I gotta thank Staples for giving me a chance to try this. And I gotta thank you for following me on Instagram. I'm assuming you are, because on Christmas Day I'm giving away my iPad mini. Well, it's mine right now. It could be yours. One of you, because I only have one iPad mini to give away. Just follow me here, at Chris Pirillo on Instagram. There is a story behind that facial expression that I posted to Instagram today. It was done in relation to an article that I blogged on chris.pirillo.com titled, "Image Filters Didn't Make Instagram Successful." You probably heard me say it in one of the vlogs the other day. I use Instagram to, well, connect with others more than I use Twitter or Facebook or Google+. I don't know, it's kind of like I don't have to think when I'm looking at an image. I just enjoy it. Kind of like the way you guys might be enjoying these videos. It takes no thinking whatsoever to press a like button, so long as you remember to think about it. Turn your smartphone into a gaming device with PhoneJoy Play. It's a Bluetooth controller for either iOS or Android. And I'm telling you, there are more people gaming on the mobile platforms than there are on consoles or PCs at this point. Don't kill me! These guys might just make it. They have 21 days to go on the Kickstarter page, and they're almost at their goal. You see how the controller snaps onto either side of your smartphone?
Wait a second. Were you using your iPad? I saw a keyboard on there.
As a matter of fact, you weren't seeing things. There is a keyboard attached to my iPad. It's the Bridge. They sent this to me, and I've had a chance to play with it for a little while and am impressed. Let me know if you want me to do a full-on review of the product, but just to give you a high-level overview at this point, it's a keyboard for just about any iPad, and it has Bluetooth stereo speakers built in, right there. Is it an iPad? Is it a notebook computer? Yes. I move my screen back and forth. I move my screen back and forth. It doesn't really wiggle, though, because it's in there, snugly, and that's a good thing. The responsiveness of the keys are just as good as I've had on any iPad keyboard before, but I can't imagine using this for everything on the iPad, just for when I need to do a lot of typing. Plus, the hinges were designed to accommodate all existing iPads and potentially future iPads as well. Who said you couldn't use a keyboard with an iPad? My favorite Bluetooth keyboard of all time is that one. I drink a lot of coffee and wine, so because of that, I need to find teeth whitening gadgets. I posted my review of the Luster Premium tooth whitening system on YouTube a long time ago, and for the most part, it worked well. It's just that I ran out of solution. What do you think? Do I need to whiten again? I know, it's getting bad. Very bad. And what about the best gadgets to take with you when you travel? Well, I'm glad you asked. Or didn't, because we did this anyway. There's the phrase to key in on. Less is more. I do my best to minimize what I need to take with me because I've traveled enough times to know that it can be a pain. The problem is, you never know which cable or adapter you're going to need on the other side. And inevitably, it's that one adapter you needed that you left at home. One of the travel gadgets I do recommend keeping at home is one of those bag scales. I'm pretending to use one right now. Everybody wish real hard that I had a bag scale in my hand right now. You guys suck at this. When was the last time you downloaded something outside of an app store for your computer? And how do you know when a download is safe? And just because you might download something through an official app store doesn't mean that the computer won't be destroyed after you install it. Generally speaking, I only get things when I need to get something. I much prefer to run something within a web browser. And even then, I do install extensions frequently. In fact, the last thing I installed was a Save to Google Drive extension for Google Chrome. I've tried it again recently and found that they've addressed a few Google Chrome performance issues. Still not quite out of the woods yet, but it's getting better. And by the way, the Save to Google Drive extension is pretty cool. You press a button and it saves the web page to your Google Drive. This is sad but true. The best consumer technology typically goes without notice. You only have so much time in the day, and I'm very glad that you decide to watch these videos to keep you up to date. But if it doesn't show up on a popular blog, did you guys know that the product exists? Too frequently, I'll come across a gadget that nobody else has really talked about, and I'm thrilled that I found it, but it's usually on accident. More than anything, the technology underlying the technology is probably more important. For instance, the components inside a smartphone are more important than the smartphone itself. Whatever the smartphone happens to be, or tablet computer. It is true that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, but those parts are very, very important. Have you ever purchased something that you thought was going to be awesome, only it wasn't because of one stinking component? Like my DVRs. Hardware-wise, they're good, but the software sucks. Seriously, have you ever tried to operate a DVR by way of a remote control that isn't an application on a smartphone or tablet? Ruh-roh! Google rules out Gmail and Drive apps for Windows 8. Well, you can still get to Gmail and Google Drive by way of a web browser. It's just kind of strange they don't have native app plans. And from the department, ebook reader shipments plummet. You know, like dedicated ebook readers with the e-ink screen. Nobody's buying them because everybody's buying tablets, like full-on tablets. Even though the e-ink displays are built with reading in mind, and if you do a lot of reading, like especially of books, then you're probably still going to be better off with a dedicated ebook reader versus a tablet, if only for the screen. And in a few days, I'm going to be unboxing a Kindle Paperwhite here live on YouTube. Thanks again to my sponsor, go.tagjag.com/online backup. You gotta check it out. Just give it a shot. For $2.98 a month, you get unlimited backup. And that rate is good for a year. I negotiated that for you. Give it a shot. Again, go.tagjag.com/online backup. They're making my Kindle addiction possible. Are you guys on Flickr? I've been for quite some time. Granted, most of the things I published there are by way of Instagram, and today, Flickr updated the iOS app, so now it looks and functions a lot more like Instagram. I don't know if that's going to be enough to pull people back. Still, it's nice to have another place to store my photos. Although I'm kind of disappointed in both Flickr and Instagram that they haven't built universal binaries to be able to see the application run native on the iPad screen yet. BlackBerry 10 to feature deep integration of Evernote. More than anything, RIM may be positioning the BlackBerry 10 as the ultimate productivity device. But can it beat the iPad? Or possibly even a Nexus, if you view the Nexus as a good productivity tool as compared to, let's say, a Windows 8 tablet PC. Microsoft will sell Surfaces in non-Microsoft retail stores so that the same consumers can continue to ignore the Microsoft Surface PCs in more places. Duke Nukem 3D free today for both OS X and Windows. Our question of the day is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use the coupon code 599Chris when you check out to get 3 domains for $5.99 a piece. The link is in this video's description. John 20C asks, would you be able to use a tablet computer and nothing else? I may have answered this question before, but the answer to that question is no. I need like a regular computer, even though, yes, this is a regular computer as this is a regular computer. But my classic regular computer is what I'm using right now to dump live video from this FireWire camera onto a solid-state drive, and then from there it gets edited. I could do that, using the FaceTime camera here on the iPad or potentially even on the iPhone or really any smartphone or tablet computer that has camera functionality. It's just easier to do right now on a traditional computer, a classic computer, as opposed to a new type of computer. But we march forward in the name of progress, and hopefully you've progressed through this video just fine. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for, participating too. Appreciate the comments, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, wherever you do it on YouTube these days. We need you to be you so that we can continue to be us. That's the way this thing kind of works. So until next time, we'll see you later.